impressed, Numbskull. You really came through for us. And yes, I am also a Templar. Have been for years. There's still one last chunk of Shay's data left to explore. It's a bit of a trip, but I think you should see it.
Once you go back to finish Shay's story, your life is never going to be the same after. The Royal Palace at Versailles, Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette in residence.
Such decadence.
Good luck, Numbskull.
Ah, Shay! You certainly look prepared to meet royalty. Perhaps King Louis himself will grant you an audience.
I doubt even these breaches will get me into the King's chambers. Besides, I'm only here to see a business acquaintance.
Yes, I heard a group of merchants would be here today. They might come see my scientific demonstration later.
They really should. They might learn something, though I wouldn't count on their being present. I take my leave. Thank you again, Master Franklin. Now to find Charles and that damn fox. That's him. Charles Dorian.
when we stole those apples.
I'm Arno.
Elise.
I'm here with my father.
So am I. He has important business with the king.
What should we do now?
Gentlemen, I'll protect this artifact with my very life. Arno? Where have you gone? My son, Arno? Perhaps you... You're the traitor.
I'm just finishing old business.
Old Connor and his assassins. The American Revolution undid your Templar business.
Then perhaps we shall start a revolution of our own. Uphold the principles of our order, and all that for which we stand. Never share our secrets, nor divulge the true nature of our work. Do so until death, whatever the cost. This is my new creed. I am Shay Patrick Cormac, Templar of the Colonial, of the American right. I am an older man now, and perhaps wiser. A war and a revolution have ended, and another is about to begin. May the Father of Understanding guide us all.
It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you up here today.
Gotta hand it to you, numbskull. You proved yourself to be more than a simple research monkey.
The data you extracted from Shay Cormac's memories has served us well.
Shay's story is a message. One that says that when threatened, what an assassin truly wants isn't freedom, but order.
And we represent the highest order there is.
Whatever you learned from your Animus experience only scratches the surface. We have existed since before recorded human history, and have recently been reborn, disguised as Abstergo Industries.
And entertainment.
You have crossed the threshold, and your eyes have been opened. You have seen the world for what it truly is.
There's no turning back now. We got big plans for you.
The Father of Understanding guided you to us, and for that, we are grateful.
The test of your true worth begins now. And it begins with a choice.
Join us, and a bright future will be all yours.
Refuse.
Tops, gallants, royals, studs!
Muscles, gallants, and royals! There she is, Captain! The storm fortress!
We're Mr. Dawson, Alice.
Enemies firing!
Reef the topsails and gallants!
Reef before me!
All sail, ship taken! Ease off the wind! Mains out! Let's go!
Incoming fire! Ready to contact the damage here! Oh God! We'll be overrun!
Quick piece of the odds for Borgist. We shall do so again.
Fighting in a storm is now! I can't see the threat from both!
Neither can they. Anyway, they'll obliterate one another.
On your mark, Captain!
Fire!
Cannon
Fire! 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 Trip the yards off the wind! Fire! Loose and trip two!
Ready to fire, sir!
Fire! Haul in the stunsail! Spread our wings to the wind! Fire!
Ready to fire,
Fire!
Captain! Put a shot through!
Fire! Fire!
Damn it! Ready, Captain!
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Naughty skies and rough seas there!
Sorry, but this is a restricted area.
Given the nature of our current investigation, I have been looking at other assassins who, despite themselves, have helped the Templar cause. The first is Clay Kazmarek, who infiltrated Warren Viddick's Animus project in Rome. He became the project's Subject 16. Kazmaric's rich ancestry helped Vidic to identify the Renaissance assassin Ezio Auditore as a person of interest. Driven mad by overexposure to the Animus, he committed suicide. However, Kazmaric may have unexpectedly become useful again. While in the Animus, Subject 16 came into contact with the first civilization entity known as Juno. Perhaps studying his bizarre Animus experiences can help us find a way to deal with the looming threat Juno promises. With Subject 16 out of the picture, Vidic needed a replacement. Desmond Miles, a runaway assassin, was captured in September 2012 and was used as Animus Subject 17 to further the search for an Apple of Eden. He managed to escape and uncovered an imminent threat to the planet. A solar flare similar to the one that wiped out the precursor race over 75,000 years ago. Desmond Miles also reactivated a first civilization temple in New York and used it to save the world, but it cost him his life. Abstergo recovered his body. In death, Desmond Miles became Sample 17, and his valuable genetic data was uploaded to the cloud servers in order to benefit all branches of Abstergo. Whether they live or die, we must continue to find ways to make the assassins work for us.
It is 4:26 on December 13, 2012. Debriefing of Sigma Team's Cairo operation. Debriefing conducted by Abstergo psychiatrist Tibor Hashek, Level 7, and Director of Operations Letitia England, Level 9. State your name and rank for the record.
Juhani Otzoberg, service number OP114-8506-B, Master Templar.
How would you classify the result of your Cairo mission, Master Berg?
I would call it a complete success. The new Sigma team performed admirably.
That's going a bit far, don't you think?
The target, William Miles, was apprehended and the first civilization artifact was retrieved. Both were handed off to Warren Vidic without incident. May I ask how you would rate the mission?
We're pleased with the results, but not with the methods with which you achieved them.
I see. May I ask why?
You went off mission. You were supposed to apprehend the target at the airport, not at the museum.
When the target emerged from the plane, he was posing as a tour guide for a class of high school students on a field trip.
A member of Sigma team informed us you aborted the mission then and there.
I will not deny this, but tell me, who talked?
I cannot reveal that.
No matter, I will find out on my own. Back to business. The target was very smart, but also very sloppy.
Explain.
The target possessed advanced counter-surveillance techniques, but lacked the skill to implement them properly.
The target was trained as an assassin since birth.
I am aware. However, it has been many years since he was an active field agent. He must have been very desperate to go himself, as these days he is more of a talker, a puppet master.
And what are you?
A predator.
A predator who defied orders because of the presence of some schoolgirls.
I prefer to think of myself as one who can choose the most opportune time to strike. The last time I followed orders to the letter was in Florence. That did not end well for anyone.
Was it that? Or did the students perhaps remind you of your daughter?
I separate my work and personal life completely.
Your daughter's recovery has been remarkable. I do hope her progress continues.
Please, don't.
I beg your pardon.
I find your attempt to threaten my child vulgar and unnecessary.
Explain.
Abstergo's pharmaceuticals have given my child a chance at a life free from pain. And I have at last found what I believe to be my calling in life.
And for that, we expect obedience.
For that you have my loyalty. The involvement of the children in Egypt compromised the original mission. Nothing more.
We already have one Master Templar that we can barely control. I don't like the idea of having two loose cannons out there.
With all due respect to Master Cross, while he is gifted, he is mentally disturbed.
We mean no disrespect, but after losing your team in Florence, we felt a need to keep a close eye on you.
I achieved all mission objectives, and achieved them without bloodshed. So my only question for you is, am I in command of Sigma team or not?
As you said, the results were impeccable.
Then I believe this meeting to be at an end. I request permission to leave.
Do you have something more important to do?
I am going to find out who among my team talked to you. I will not tolerate that kind of insubordination.
I think we can stop here.
The briefing ended at 4:34. Transcript to be sent to Alan Ricken for security clearance.
Field Report, Phoenix Project. November 1st, 2013. Agent DaCosta alerted me to a possible lead on the Koh-i-Noor diamond. A replica can be found among the crown jewels of England. However, the true diamond is a powerful piece of Eden and has been lost for centuries. Jot Sura is a programmer at Mysore Tech, a company working with Abstergo Entertainment to release a variant of the Animus headset to Asia, called the Brahmin device. He's been associating with Siobhan Dami, the sister of Jadseep Dami, a known assassin. Could the Brotherhood be using the Brahmin device to locate the Koh-i-Noor? Until we have more evidence, I have decided to use a local Abstergo strike force rather than mobilize Sigma Team. Update, November 3rd, 2013. Jot Sura was abducted outside of Dreamland Studios in Mumbai. He was seen being forced into a van by Siobhan and Jadseep Dami. This confirms my suspicions. The assassins must be using Jot Sura's genetic memories to locate the Koh-i-Noor. I have authorized the local Abstergo soldiers to engage and eliminate the assassins, with instructions that the Brahmin device must be kept intact. I am en route to India. Update, November 4th, 2013. I arrived in India too late. Our strike team engaged the assassins in 2 separate conflicts. The body of Siobhan Dami was found at the first site, but her remains were too badly damaged in an explosion to collect any genetic information. I found the Brahmin device at the second site, but after reviewing the genetic memories recorded within, I am relieved to find that Jot Sura's bloodline was a dead end. The real Koh-i-Noor diamond remains lost to both sides. Jadseep Dami escaped, which means we must monitor this new assassin activity in India closely. I am closing this file and proceeding to my next mission. Details of Harlan T. Cunningham's life were difficult to acquire, as many traces of his identity before becoming an assassin were altered or erased by Gavin Banks. It is only thanks to Agent DaCosta's remarkable skills that we are able to piece together this profile. Cunningham was outed as homosexual in high school, which unfortunately ruined a promising wrestling career. He left Texas as quickly as he could and fled to Europe. Cunningham was recruited by the Brotherhood in Florence, Italy, under the leadership of assassin veteran Adriano Maestranzi. Sigma Team attacked the Florence hideout in 2012, but Maestranzi detonated a bomb. 3 assassins were killed before the explosion, but Sigma Team was annihilated in the process. Cunningham and I were the only survivors. Cunningham was last sighted in Rotterdam, alongside Arend Schutt, a former mixed martial arts champion who also suffered a career backlash when he came out as homosexual. It is clear that Cunningham is mentoring Schutt in the ways of the Brotherhood. Although physically gifted and extremely dangerous, Schutt is a poor choice as an assassin. He is incapable of keeping a low profile and will compromise the Brotherhood despite himself. Recently, Cunningham stole a piece of Eden from an Abstergo facility in Rotterdam. During the operation, Schutt was charged to attack Abstergo employees throughout the city to draw attention away from his mentor. Although Sigma Team managed to reclaim the item, both Cunningham and Schutt escaped. I will not allow Cunningham to get away from me a 3rd time.
Orders are orders, and my orders...
It's like a disease.
Speak.
Why has Violet DaCosta been removed from Sigma Team?
I'm reassigning our assets as I see fit to align with the goals of the Phoenix Project.
The Phoenix Project? Sigma Team would be of more use hunting down the remaining assassins. Let Delta Team hunt precursor relics instead.
Those relics are the key to sequencing First Civilization DNA. Accomplishing that goal will in turn make the assassins even less of a threat than they are now.
Be that as it may, Agent DaCosta should not be wasted on something like Abstergo Entertainment.
Last year's fiasco with the Sample 17 project showed me that Abstergo Entertainment is more than just a disposable subsidiary. It's the best resource we have to finding new pieces of Eden.
It is a weak link that has been compromised by our enemies time and time again.
All the more reason to have DaCosta secure their access to the cloud servers. We're confident that Melanie LeMay won't fuck it up, like Olivier Garneau.
Bringing a civilian like that into our ranks is also unwise.
Time will tell with Miss LeMay, but she handled the John Standish situation with an even hand. She helped us discover the existence of sages, and in doing so, has done more for Phoenix than you have, Mr. Berg.
She also continues to ignore the presence of the instruments of the First Will within her operation.
Those whack jobs are actually useful to us for now. They're a cheap source of relics we can exploit. If they become too much of a problem, we'll deal with them with the same efficiency we deal with the assassins.
Giving the assassins time to regroup is a tactical mistake. We should strike them now while they are at their most vulnerable.
We value your passion and expertise, Mr. Berg, and your concerns have been noted. Now pack your bags. You've got a busy year ahead of you.
The kill box is live. Sorkin's picking off the stragglers as they escape.
Good. Proceed to stage 2.
All points, the word is given. Stage 2 is a go. I repeat, stage 2 is a go.
Get those doors down.
3, 2.
Adriano Maestranzi, I have come for you.
What's he holding?
Vittoria agli assassini.
Bomb! Berg! Sigma team? Anyone, do you copy?
This is a priority message to all Sigma Team operatives. Assassins have stolen an artifact from a Rotterdam storage facility. Rally point is at 51.887107 by 4.559017. Be there at 0600 local time. Stragglers will be put to death, so move it. Listen up, losers. There are 2 confirmed assassins operating in the city. Target number 1 is Harlan Cunningham, the only survivor of a cell in Florence that our fearless leader eradicated a couple of years back. He stole the precursor box and is on the run. Target number 2 has been identified as Aaron Shute, former MMA champion, and now Cunningham's disciple and lover. How romantic. He's running interference, murdering our Templar agents embedded in Abstergo facilities throughout the city.
Sorkin, take Sigma Team and go after Shute. I will take down Cunningham myself and recover the artifact.
I don't like the idea of you going alone, boss.
I want to deal with him personally. Sigma Team, maintain contact with Violet at all times. You have your orders.
Sorkin, you dipshit! Don't engage him hand-to-hand. Pull your men back.
Get some! He's got my gun!
Sniper 1, do you have a shot?
Negative. He's using Sorkin as a shield.
He's tearing us apart! Take the shot!
I hit Sorkin. He dropped a smoke bomb. I've lost visual.
He's gone.
That's our cue. Pick up your sorry asses and get to the extraction point. Double time.
Just fucking kill me already.
I had a dream about you.
Ah, that's sweet. But I'm with someone.
In my dream, you never made it out of Florence alive.
What can I say? I'm too stubborn to die. Hello, lover.
Hercule!
We can't leave the box behind. Fuck that! I killed half the Sigma team. Let's quit while we're ahead. See you in your dreams, Berg.
What a shit show.
Compile the relevant parts of our audio logs and send them to Letitia, England. Tell her this is exactly why she should be letting us hunt assassins. The first civilization entity known as Juno re-emerged from the Grand Temple in New York in December 2012. Although no longer a corporeal being, she exists as a kind of digital consciousness somewhere in the Abstergo cloud. To accomplish her goals in the real world, Juno uses 2 types of people. The first is another precursor consciousness that emerges in a human being at random. This person is commonly known as a sage. Juno also holds sway over a group of disciples called the Instruments of the First Will, who believe it is humanity's natural role to serve the first civilization. Abstergo is currently using the First Will as a cheap and hands-off way of acquiring pieces of Eden and other relics. However, I suspect that the reverse is also true, that they are using our resources to locate objects that will help them further their own goals. I do not trust them, but for now, all I can do is have DaCosta monitor their activities. Juno's motives are unclear. Although she has made one attempt to possess a corporeal body, she appears to be more powerful as a digital entity. Agent DaCosta fears that should humanity ever achieve singularity, a fusion of humanity and machines, Juno would become unstoppable. Ironically, it is Abstergo itself which is driving civilization in that direction.
Rich solids and fancy prints in all colors of the rainbow can be yours. Dress in the height of fashion. Insist that your dressmaker use only the finest East India Company calico. Transit of Venus across the sun has been observed by astronomers in several locations across the globe. Scientists hope that the readings so obtained will allow them to calculate the distance from the Earth.
In the first days of the world, the earth was covered with water. There was no light in the sky, neither sun at day, nor stars or moon at night. Under the surface lived the water animals: loon, kingfisher, otter, muskrat. They all lived in darkness. In the sky, the Great Spirit sat beneath the branches of a glowing apple tree with roots that sank into the clouds. One day, the Great Spirit called to his daughter, the Sky Woman. He pulled up the tree so she could look down to the earth. "How can they live in such darkness and chaos?" asked the Sky Woman. The Great Spirit replied, "If you desire, you can bring them light and order." The Great Spirit gathered up the Sky Woman in his hands and gently lowered her down. When he let go, she began to fall slowly towards the earth. The water animals lifted their heads and looked up in wonder at the glowing woman in the sky. "What will happen when she reaches the water?" they asked one another. All the animals dove as deep as they could to find land. None could hold their breath long enough until finally Muskrat brought up a little bit of earth in his paws. A great turtle arrived, and Muskrat put the earth on his back. The turtle grew, and the earth multiplied until they became a great island, which men now call North America. From beneath the water, the swans flew up to meet the Sky Woman. They caught her and carefully set her down upon the new land. The Sky Woman thanked the animals. "Now I can give this land spirit," she said. She then gave birth to twin sons. The son who was born first was born laughing and was called the Good Spirit. The son who was born second caused the Sky Woman so much pain that she died. He was called the Evil Spirit. The Good Spirit grieved for his mother, but he took her eyes and raised them into the sky, so one could become the sun and the other the moon. Her tears became the stars. This way, the world would no longer be in darkness. The Good Spirit buried what was left of his mother under the earth to nourish the soil. All the trees and plants would grow out of her. Meanwhile, while the good spirit worked in the light, the evil spirit did mischief within the shadows. The evil spirit crossed the land, moving from shadow to shadow. I will ruin everything my brother has made, he said. And so, when the good spirit made strong trees and swift deer, the evil spirit made poisonous berries and stinging insects. Finally, the good spirit took red clay from the earth and made humans. He taught humans how to speak and live together. The jealous evil spirit made himself servants out of sea foam. The good spirit saw that his creations heeded his words and were capable of wisdom. He wished that they might live forever in harmony. The good spirit saw the mischief that his brother did and knew that even his help would not be enough. He told his brother to stop making trouble, but the evil spirit refused. Knowing that his brother would respect only violence, the good spirit reluctantly challenged the evil spirit to combat. The winner would rule the world. The good spirit and his people united and triumphed over the evil spirit. He banished his brother to a cave beneath the earth. On the surface, though, some of the evil spirit's servants still wandered from shadow to shadow. Their influence causes men to do evil things. This is why there is still evil in the world. But people can also cast out this evil and find the good spirit within. All people can choose the path they follow.